Now, the Indonesian film industry has again made a global achievement with Basri and Salma in Never Ending Comedy, being scheduled to screen this year at the Cannes Film Festival. And let's have a look. The movie, directed by Khozy Rizal, will compete with 11 other films from across the world, and also to try and win the Palme d'Or award.
The film follows the life of a couple who has been married for 5 years. They spend the days taking care of other people's children.
So now let's talk more about the movie, and we have the director of Basri and Salma in Never Ending Comedy. This is very interesting. It's a short movie, I bet. All right, so Khozy Rizal, good afternoon. You have joined us. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon. Thank you so
Oh,
much.
there he is.
There he is. There he is.
Hello.
Welcome to the show.
Hello there.
So first of all,
Thank you.
congratulations. This is the first Indonesian movie to have entered the Cannes Film Festival. How do you feel about that?
Oh, we are so excited because this is actually the very first Indonesian short film ever to be selected as the main competition for the short film competition. So we are the first Indonesian short to compete for the Palme d'Or, and we are so happy because this year we are the only Asian short film in the program. So yeah, this is so fantastic.
Tell us, how does your movie get into it?
Well, we just did what the other films did actually. So basically, we finished the film on November 2022, and then we were seeing which festivals that was currently open. So it was Cannes. So we submitted it, and we didn't expect anything because we think that our film is really it's not really that cinematic. It's the style, even I would say it's kind of tacky, my source of inspiration for this film was actually from the cringe posts on Instagram, on TikTok, and we were never really expecting that the film will be selected, and we got the news that our film was selected literally like 3 weeks ago, and
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
very interesting. Now, you mentioned a little bit about inspiration, and I just want to clarify this.
I was about to laugh reading it.
Right? Yeah. So, but we think that you had an inspiration from Odong Odong. Is that right? If it's true, then how can you tell us a little bit more how that actually became an inspiration for you?
I don't know if our viewers know what Odong Odong
Well,
is.
okay, Odong Odong. Can you explain us to us
not
a
even
little bit
sure
also
what
what
it is.
Odong Odong is?
Please.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the inspiration was it came from Odong Odong. So every time I go to my office, the way I commute will always been using motorcycle. And in Makassar, there is a lot of Odong Odong in the street. And if you see it in the night, I find Odong Odong to be very mesmerizing, because of the RGB lights, and even better when they are driving in the road, and I find it really mesmerizing. And I was like, I need to make films about Odong Odong someday, but I wasn't really know what I'm trying to what kind of story that I want to make. But then I have this like a frustration, and like I had a lot of question about families and children, and how I find like family gathering to be very
Yes.
suffocating sometimes.
Yeah.
And yeah,
This is the
and,
annual questions that you get, right?
and I was literally like mixing my frustration and my admiration towards Odong Odong in this movie. Like, and I used the Odong Odong as my like some kind of like metaphor to deliver my questions and the harsh realities uh, regarding children and families and modern families in Indonesia, basically.
Wow, I've never seen that correlation before, but now that you've explained it, I can see how it goes.
Clear, yeah.
It goes well together. Now, Ms. Khozy, we've heard, or we've seen that according to one article, that all the crews and actors from this are all from Makassar. Now, is that right? And if so, why is that? Is there a specific reason why everyone just happens to be from Makassar, or?
Yeah. Yeah, when I wrote it, I think that the story could be shot in everywhere. Like you can shot this film in Jakarta, but then I thought that no, I think it would be perfect in Makassar because I'm from Makassar as well, and I know the people talk. And I really know how Makassar people talk and act, and I don't really know how Jakartans talk. And then like, okay, let's decide it to shot it in Makassar. And
Yeah.
the other thing is that I want the film to be very colorful, and then like in Makassar we still have blue sky, and Jakarta, like the sky is not really that blue anymore.
Yeah.
And combining with the colorful look of the odong-odong itself, I think, oh wow, this is I think Makassar would be perfect place for this film.
Yeah.
And then like I wanted to be I want the film to be like kind of raw, like in terms of visual. And we in Makassar, I found that the limitations of equipment or like cameras sometimes give like a luxury for me because with very sophisticated cameras like the one that we have in Jakarta sometimes make the film looks like fabricated and too beautiful, and the very not too sophisticated camera make our film to be
Real?
much more raw, yeah, much more real and realistic, and I want that vibe on that film. And I
That's
think
great.
we can, yeah, Makassar would be the perfect
Wow.
place.
I mean, thank you so much for also putting spotlights on Makassar. Probably you're from Makassar, that's why you chose that. And, it's always good to have the spotlights outside of Java region, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, what about difficulties in directing this film? It's located in Makassar. You use all the equipments, all the actors are from Makassar. And what about the funding? Did you fund it yourself, or did anybody help you?
Well, we actually had a lot of help by a lot of people and institutions, and regarding the difficulties, I don't think that I have like much that I don't think I have that much difficulties because we really know what kind of film we would like to make, and it was all by design. Like we did like a photo board and a storyboard, and we know in pre-production that okay, we want this film to be shot like this and like that, and there was no anxiety at all, and it was really exciting, and we cannot wait to shoot the film. And we were so there was no fear at all, and after the film produced, we got a lot of like help from the Singapore International Film Festival. They gave us like a production grant, and we got help from the White Light Studio in Bangkok. Because they really like the film. They helped us in the color grading, and also in Jakarta we got a sound post helped by the foreigners because they really love the film as well.
Yeah.
So we got so much help from a lot of institutions, and I thank them for that.
That's interesting. This on the phone, you have this filter for, Makassar. Usually it's New York, Jakarta, Puerto Rico.
Right.
Should be
Yeah,
Makassar next.
Makassar,
Should be
that's
Makassar.
right.
Yeah. The color grading is unique.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really nice. That's I have never been to Makassar, but I really want to go. So, Mas Khozy, maybe next time I go there, I'll hit you up.
Odong
okay?
odong, please.
Odong, odong, please. Yes, yes. So, Mas Khozy, now let's talk about the short film industry, and especially now that you're going to Cannes. In your opinion, in your view, how are we going to be able to compete with other countries in this kind of category?
Yeah, I think we are able to compete with like basically every country in the world. I would say because I don't. I would say people will always say that like the great films comes with a very sophisticated looking film or beautifully shot. No, it's not really. I would say because it came all from the idea your authenticity and as well as the great passion. I think when you have all of that, you can actually make something great. And maybe if we could like not take the short film for granted. Like we have so much freedom in short films because we don't have to go to the censorship court. You can basically make anything you want, and that is the luxury of short film, and we cannot take granted for it. Just make anything you want. Just be authentic, and I believe that you can get there. You can get your film to be seen around the world.
I love that.
That's a good one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think authenticity is the most powerful thing you can have, right?
Yes.
And Khozy, you're obviously a pro when it comes to short movies, but I think what people tend to underestimate sometimes is that short movies aren't necessarily easier to make than longer movies. Now, what were the challenges that you can maybe share with us when you were directing the short movie? Or maybe even previous experiences that you've had?
Maybe because, like I said before, like we have so much freedom in the short film. Probably the hardest challenge would be like be destructive or like finding a new finding breakthrough in storytelling or like in making in technical aspect and like probably like that because I think short film medium is the medium for you to be playful and this playground itself it is very hard to like get to get a really fresh idea. That is the thing actually.
Yeah, I mean,
That is the difficulty.
in short movie, you don't have a big canvas, right? You have only a very short, small canvas that you want to squeeze everything in. So you're very, as Karina already mentioned, very much experienced in short movie making. Also, you made Makassar is a city for football fans and Right to Nowhere back in 2022. So what is next? Do you intend to direct some other kind of movies, like feature movie maybe?
I think probably making feature film is harder than short films, I would say. Yeah, because you have to keep up like the chapter, like the chapter 1, chapter 2, and stuff like that. And my idea will always be short. that's the problem. But yeah, I'm currently challenging myself to write a feature film. It's a coming of age film. Probably will be finished. I hope like 7 years later.
Is it like 100 chapters or something?
Yeah, quite a while.
No. I need to develop it in some like script lab. To help me to develop the script. So we have actually the script labs around the world, and I would like to benefit that in the future. And that will be very benefit. That will be very good for me as my
portfolio
debut films. My debut feature film. Yeah.
All right, so we'll be looking forward for the next 7 years. A movie will be coming up from Khozy.
That's right.
And thank you so much for sharing with us, Khozy Rizal here in the 3 Hour News Show. And Once again, congratulations.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Congratulations, Mas Khozy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
Talk
Bye.
again
Take care.
soon. Bye.